Hey guys, it's Nick from Nintendo Dads. I am so happy to be here again with you doing a new review. This time it is Bomber Crew. Came out July 10th. You can get it on the Nintendo eShop, American dollars right now, 15 bucks. This game is developed by Runner Duck. That's a good name right there. And published by our good friends Curve Digital. I want to thank them both for the opportunity to review this game, giving us a code. I want to talk a little bit. This is a real-time strategy game set in World War II. You control a bomber crew. No shock there by the name, I suppose. Bomber crew consists of 7 men. Let me see if I can get this right. 3 gunners, navigator, comms man, a pilot, and a mechanic. I think I got it all right. There are 2 modes in this game. One is a challenge mode. I'm just going to go into the first part of this real quick. It's pretty simple. It's kind of like Bomber Crew's Endless Runner, I guess would be a good way to say it. Wave after wave after wave comes at you. You can get some power-ups to keep your plane in the air, and you just have to keep knocking them down. And you got to see how long you can last, quite frankly. It's that simple. One cool thing about this is there is leaderboards. You can see leaderboards of friends or everybody or near you or whatever. As you can see, I am 303 down there. Not super good at this game. Make that disclaimer right now. I'm really not. But we'll get into that in just a little bit. But the meat and potatoes of this mode is the campaign mode, which is a 1-player mode. By the way, this is a 1-player game. Would be cool, by the way, if 2 people could control some of these 7 men to help you out. All right, guys, there is 2 parts to Bomber Crew's campaign. The first part is right here in the base, and there's a lot of cool features in here. I'll start out here. This is your recruiting bay. For crew. If you lose crew, you come here and you recruit new crew. If you do lose crew, you have to understand it's permadeath, so they're gone, and now you have to start. If they were level 10, you have to start all over. You'd be lucky if you can recruit crew that's like, level 2 even. Here you can see I have named one of my crew members, our fearless leader, Marty Estes. Thought I would just kind of give a shout out to the Nintendo dads here. When you're in the crew gear area, you can change all of their gear. You can see here boots to flight suits to headgear, you name it. You can also go into change hair color, hairstyle, eyes, mouth. Sorry, Marty, I wasn't going to get that crazy. Marty has more than just a mustache, but that's all. We just changed the name. So you can get really detailed. The one thing I will say, as detailed as you want to get, if they go down in a hail of gunfire, you have to start all over. And again, that is sad for also your progression in the game, but also sad because, I don't want to lose Marty. He's a nice guy. So just think of that if you want to name one of your characters Little Jimmy or something, and then all of a sudden Little Jimmy is gone because he, burned up in a fire or something. That's unfortunate. Here's the training area. You can add a secondary skill. Gunners can be navigators can be mechanics, and that is helpful. Your aircraft can be upgraded cosmetically. So I'll show you right here. I got some awesome text for Nintendo dads. My wing art is my user logo. Engine art is a tiger because tigers make things go fast, of course. Nose art, we got Runner Duck, because Runner Duck, you have an awesome name. You just do. So those are all the cosmetic things. They don't help you in the actual game, but they're fun. They're a lot of fun. And you unlock more and new things as you move on cosmetically, and then also in the systems as well. Engines help you carry more weight. Gun turrets make you be able to shoot people better, which is always helpful, and it's just fun. The more you upgrade your systems, electronic and hydraulic, all that stuff helps you out in many different ways. And the most important thing here is you can have a homing pigeon. I mean, really, who doesn't want a homing pigeon on their bomber? And then to the briefing room. This is where you pick a mission. So you start off on the ground. To the left of the screen, you can see all 7 of your characters. Like I said, 3 gunners, a comms, nav, mechanic, and a pilot. I have to go to my pilot and tell him to take off. and then I have to choose an altitude. I'm gonna choose low immediately. The navigation guy has given me where I need to point the plane at, so I have to hit the button. I have to go into scope mode here and select that navigation. As I do that, then I'm gonna come back here to the pilot. I'm gonna tell him to raise the landing gear, because it just might, if the landing gear's down, you use more fuel. With that said, I'd like to say I'm by no means a pilot, but it seems that there's a lot of technical accuracy in this kind of stuff. You know, you got to deal with the raising and lowering of the gear. There also seems to be some historical accuracy to where the stuff is and what kind of guns would be equipped to the plane at this time. So if you like that kind of stuff, it's definitely here. You also don't have to worry, you know, that you're going to be in a World War II plane shooting phasers or something like that. They did a lot to try to keep accuracy to keep some accuracy in this gig. So here's one of my complaints about Bomber Crew. This is a short mission, and you have this downtime of like, well, I just got to get to the point to where the action is, and this probably won't take that long to start seeing some action. But in the longer missions, you can spend 30 minutes, and there's nothing more painful than to see your plane go down after like a 25-minute mission, knowing that you're probably going to have to do it all over. Okay, so you can see popping up here, we got some targets, right? Target 1 right here, so I'm going to have my plane kind of go over there, and then I'm going to go back into the in-plane mode. I'm going to select my front gunner, who seems to be having issues here because he apparently doesn't have the right gig to be this cold, so it looks like he's having some serious problems. By the way, I just flew a mission before I started to do this, before I started to stream this or record this, and most of my crew died, so unfortunate. Okay, so now we also have some fighters in the area. We're gonna have to watch out for you. Up there they are. So I have to tag these guys. If I don't tag them, then my guys aren't gonna shoot. All right. And I totally just missed the base. So welcome to my world in playing Bomber Crew. And that's the kind of stuff that happens. So it's like, okay, here I am. I gotta try to get the bomber. I gotta try to get the bomber in range and there at the right time, while making sure that I'm tagging these planes so that I don't get ripped to shred with shrapnel. And inevitably for me, something always goes awry, right? I mean, like, something always goes awry. So I have to make a second run. There's a lot of guns firing at me. I have to open up some bombs here. Open the doors. It looks like I took too long to open the doors. So now I'm gonna have to go back around. Alright, the pilot says he's starting the bomb run for the third time. By the way, if there's ever a war and you see my name come up in a listing, somehow we got drafted to be on a bomber crew, you just run, man. You do it. You go AWOL, you do whatever you gotta do. You do not want to be in a bomber crew with Nick Metzger. Let me just be real honest with you here, okay? Alright, so we released it. It looks like finally we got our ducks in a row, our runner ducks in a row, and we got it to happen. So now we gotta hit the second one. And now, mind you, I am choosing an easy mission here. Okay, this is like I did not want to go in on the hard stuff, quite frankly. When you start getting up there and you start choosing the more difficult missions, you're gonna have hydraulics fail. You're gonna have multiple planes. You're gonna have enemy aces. All that stuff's gonna start going down. And okay, so we've done both of our targets, and you're gonna have to try dealing with your mechanic and dealing with everything all at the same time. And it is by far not easy isn't even the word. It is just freaking ridiculous to try to have to figure out. Alright, so I got multiple. Now they're apparently upset that I took out the base, and it's dark now, so it's really hard to see. There they are. Alright, so I've tagged those guys to try to save my skin for a little bit. I can go to my pilot and have him try to do... Nope, I can't because he's level 1, so he doesn't even know how to do a corkscrew. As you level up your pilot, they can do more maneuvers to help you evade enemy fire, like corkscrew and stuff like that, but my other pilot died, so that's out the window. So far, this is a successful run. I know that's probably a shocker to some, but it is. So it looks like we got out of the reach of our enemies. So I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of what to show you an easy bombing mission, and this is easy, guys. I mean, there's been lots of death that's happened in my playthrough of this game. One of the problems with this game is when you start this game, this very technical of all the different things that these people need to do, where they need to go, whether they need to get ammo. You can heal your men right here. You can have them go and get a first aid pack over here and give it to somebody if they're down and out. You have 2 minutes to get that done. There's a fire extinguisher here if you need to use it. You can always go and fix something in the plane if it's broke or something like that. Your ammo guys will have to get more ammo sometimes. So there's a lot of stuff that to watch and to know about this game before you start playing it. And the tutorial is really kind of shallow, and the game is really not shallow. So playing this game with that kind of tutorial is frustrating at the beginning. You really end up learning a lot of stuff on your own. And maybe that's what Runner Duck wanted, I don't know. But I would have rather had a better tutorial that covered more stuff. And I know a lot of people hate tutorials and they just want out of it. So it's probably what they were thinking. But in a game like this, where it's just super technical, it can be difficult, for sure. So a successful run. Alright guys, my final thoughts on Bomber Crew. I would just like to give props to Runner Duck for some amazing technical and historical accuracy on how they've been able to add in that aspect of the game. That combined with the amount of customization for your crew and your plane is really what I love the most about this game. You have to go into this game understanding the permadeath aspect of the crew and knowing that they wanted you to have the true feeling of a failure at war. So you may play for an hour in this game and your plane goes down and you may feel like you took 2 steps back and only 1 step forward. And that is a feeling that is kind of deflating, and I understand why they put it in the game, but it really hampers me wanting to put a lot of time into Bomber Crew, for me personally. Okay, you may love it. You may love the reality that it brings to this war sim, and that's great. The art style and the music are average. They do what they need to do. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no technical. There's no bugs or any technicalities like that in the game. It's ran smooth for me the whole time. So I would say, with everything I've put in this review, if you like what you see, pick it up. There's fun to be had here, and it's not all that bad of a price for, I think, $15 right now on the Nintendo eShop. So if you like it, pick it up. This is Nick from Nintendo Dads. I hope this review has helped you make your decision on this game. Signing out. See you later. Game over.